What is going on, everyone? We got some breaking news. Houston Texans linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair will be suspended 3 games by the NFL for his big hit on quarterback Trevor Lawrence. We saw T-Law leave the game right after a big fight on the sideline. This is from the NFL VP of Football Operations, John Runyon, to Azeez Al-Shaair. Your lack of sportsmanship and respect for the game of football and all those who play, coach, and enjoy watching it is troubling and does not reflect the core values of the NFL. I have some more news for you guys just right now. Azeez Al-Shaair going to appeal the 3-game suspension. Let me know in the comments down below. Is 3 games justified? Is 3 games too much? We're going to continue this discussion. My name is Ruben Calavillo. This is the 713 Houston Sportcast, where I drop daily Houston Texans content. Make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. Guys, this episode is brought to you and powered by BetUS. They're giving you a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. On your second and third, a 125% bonus. Promo code YouTube150 gets it done, ladies and gentlemen. BetUS, quick 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service where the game begins. I first wanted to read you the apology from Azeez Al-Shaair that he put on Twitter/X yesterday early in the morning. I've always played the game as hard as I could, never with the intent to harm anyone, and anybody that knows me knows that. My goal is to hit you as hard as I can, and then I pray you're still able to get up and play the next play. And when the game is over, go home to your family unharmed, because it's not personal, it's just competition. We both are trying to do the same thing, which is provide for our families. I genuinely didn't see him sliding until it was too late, and it all happened in the blink of an eye. To Trevor, I genuinely apologize to you for what ended up happening. Before the game, we spoke, and I told you how it was great to see you back out on the field and wished you well. I would never want to see any player hurt because of a hit I put on them, especially one that is deemed late or unnecessary. To the rest of his teammates, I can definitely understand you having his back and defending him in a situation like that. To the rest of the people who I've been called every single name in the book, from reporters with their hands ready for a story to find their villain, to racist and Islamophobic fans and people, you don't know my heart nor my character, which I do not need to prove to any of you. God knows my intentions, and anyone who has ever been a teammate or friend of mine knows my heart. Once again, that was the apology from linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair that he put on Twitter yesterday early in the morning. The big question was 3 games too much or too little? If you ask the outside world, they wanted Azeez Al-Shaair suspended for the remainder of the year. Some people even wanted Azeez kicked out of the league. The overreactions, ladies and gentlemen, were insane. 3 games I don't agree with, but I understand why the NFL tried to make an example out of Azeez Al-Shaair, and hopefully he wins the appeal process and the 3 games gets cut down to either 2 or 1. This is the toughest part of the Houston Texans season. They have 3 games in 10 days against the Miami Dolphins, Kansas City Chiefs, and Baltimore Ravens after this bye week. So being without Azeez Al-Shaair for these 3 games is a huge loss to the Houston Texans defense, not only on the field but off the field. Azeez Al-Shaair, he is a captain for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. But going back to what I said a couple of moments earlier, I understand why the NFL tried to make an example out of Azeez. Because when you really look at it, guys, this isn't the first time we've seen an altercation with number 0. Let's look at yesterday's game. Obviously, the big hit from T-Law. Then the big altercation on the sideline between, the Houston Texans defense and the Jacksonville Jaguars team. Like Azeez said, I understand Jacksonville sticking up for their quarterback. Then you had the moment where Azeez is being led into the locker room and he's trying to escape his players, trying to go back to Jacksonville and continue the altercation. You saw him getting into it with the Jacksonville Jaguars fans. However, they were throwing trash at him, so I don't blame him one bit for getting upset at that. If you go back all the way in week 2 against Chicago Bears, big hit out of bounds on rookie quarterback Caleb Williams, gets flagged. Chicago did not like that one bit. They all ganged up around Azeez, right? We're keeping him on the ground. Who knows what was being thrown in that, in that moment. Azeez Al-Shair gets up and immediately sucker punches the first Chicago Bear that he see. The guy he punched wasn't even involved. So, I could understand why the NFL gave him 3 games when they see what happened yesterday, when they saw what happened in week 2, and then, of course, it doesn't help that the outside media was basically calling for Azeez Al-Shaair's head. Now, I'm going to go ahead and say this. I don't think that the hit was intentional. I don't think that he went out there, with the notion, let me end T-Law's season. Azeez Al-Shair, ladies and gentlemen, has had to fight for every single thing in his life. He grew up homeless. He was undrafted. He is going to play every single snap like it is his last. And honestly, that's one of the reasons why Houston Texans fans loves him, because he plays with that ferocity. He plays with that swarm mentality, special work ethic, and relentless mindset. And unfortunately, we are seeing the negative sides of that. And that is potentially being without your starting linebacker for the next 3 games. With that being said, guys, once again, the Houston Texans, well, not the Houston Texans, the NFL has suspended linebacker Azeez Al-Shaair for his late hit on quarterback Trevor Lawrence. Now, Azeez did appeal the 3-game suspension, so we haven't heard anything yet about that. But, ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts and comments down below. For more Houston Texans content, just come back. And, guys, do not forget, episode brought to you, powered by BetUS, 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service. BetUS, where the game begins. You all have a very blessed day.